We know it's been a while since our last video.
But we're going to reveal some more personal insights and feelings on this YouTube journey that we've discovered. We're also gonna, or make sure you stay tuned till the end, because we're also gonna reveal one issue that we don't have resolved yet that could cripple our business.
So the last time that we spoke to you guys, our last video that we had out, we were adding the 7 stores. We have since added those 7 stores. A little bit more hectic than what we were expecting, but it is all done. They are on the website. You can see all the locations in Picowa, Walpock, and the new locations added in Lima at tfbam.com. And as soon as we finished up adding all of those stores and hopped back on the highway, a truck in front of us kicked up a rock and busted our windshield. So that was something that we had to navigate after adding all of those stores. That was difficult, but taken care of now.
I was gonna say that I think that was the start of the reality check for us a little bit, you know, without I guess with a good metaphor, yeah, without a clear or an unobstructed windshield, then it might be hard to see where you're going if you're moving forward. So
I like that.
So this YouTube journey has brought out, I guess it's allowed us to reflect or see a little bit of us, or learn a little bit about ourselves even, that we wouldn't have otherwise. So
you don't see yourself through a different lens unless you are recording yourself. And so we've got to see how we may not have seen each other before. So I might have thought that I was being, you know, polite with you, and I might have been pushy, and that could have started something, and it was never an intent, but I didn't notice before because it was just how I was and who I was.
I was gonna say, it's allowed us to self-reflect and see some maybe some flaws in ourselves that we want to change, that we're committed to changing, and that honestly to grow, that we needed to change. So part of running our small business specifically is, well, we don't get a break from each other. Treats from BAM is at the home and at the workplace. We're the only two here, and we do have the daughter and the animals at the home, but it's up to us to make all the decisions and to lead the house at home as well. So we get a little bit more help at home, but it's still just us. So this has allowed us, again, an opportunity to reflect and recommit to each other.
Things that we wanted, that we had already committed, but new things now that they've been called and brought to our attention. And I mean, we always knew that we wanted to do big things, but we didn't know exactly where we were going to be and where it was going to lead. And now that we're kind of on more of a path, we're able to set goals and commitments to each other specifically.
I was just say, yes, definitely all of that. And I guess more simply, just to recommit to each other, you know, in our marriage, our relationship, and in our profession, our business, that we want to do big things, and we understand that you know, we can't just look for funding or customers or subscribers and expect that our problems are going to go away because we have more of those, or even more money, that we're just going to grow our bank account and somehow that's going to
alleviate problems.
Yeah, that's going to translate to happiness. So we've always been committed to growing ourselves personally, but seeing ourselves on film and just even realizing maybe our attitudes and demeanor throughout this process of growing our business, of actually growing, is realizing that personally we needed some more changing to do before any of the YouTube or business or anything else was gonna mean much of anything, you know. So we've taken this time a little bit, not stopped anything like Amber was talking about. We've added the 7 stores.
We did a private benefit.
I was going to say, we did a personal event to help a young boy raise some money for his and his family's needs, which was great. We got to, meet plenty of new faces, and we always love the kids, and they're always excited for candy, but the adults that get excited for candy after trying it and being reluctant, that to me, that's the icing on the cake there. I love that. So we had our Forest Fest event.
Oh my goodness.
That it was great. It's one of our it's definitely our biggest local show, the closest one to home. It's our biggest show. So it's always nice to see a lot of familiar faces and smiles.
A lot of hugs usually.
A lot of hugs, a lot of stories, a lot of catching up, those sort of things. A lot of distraction from actually working.
But this time there was a lot of weather.
A lot of weather. A lot.
Thankfully, actually, my dad was up here from Texas, and so I had my dad and Araya helping me hold the tents together, because we tried a whole new setup and the weather just didn't cooperate, but we made it work. And then Brett was able to show up with more candy, and we didn't lose hardly any labels the first round of the storm. The second storm we lost a couple more, but it was a little bit more intense. But it was still a great show overall. It was very consistent, and again, it's great to see the people locally.
Towards the evening when I was there, Amber was there from about midday on, and so I was restocking candy, and then I came early evening. I showed up, and the weather looked good, and then it downpoured to the point to where Amber had to take off her shoes and socks because they were getting wet. So it was.
Wet's not even the word. I mean, they were soaked. I went through 2 pairs of socks, 2 pairs of shoes, a whole outfit change. I mean, it was a doozy.
But we managed. I was gonna say we didn't lose very much product, so that was a big thing, and we weren't alone with it. All the other vendors, all the other patrons, they were experiencing the same weather. So. And
unfortunately, there were a few that had it worse.
Yes. So, shout out to them and everybody who stuck it out, whether they were vendors or patrons, because it ended up being a good evening and an overall good show. So we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Going forward, we're trying this in one take, doing this because I have to learn the new DaVinci software. I've been putting that off. We've been focused more on personal growth and trying to maintain the irons we already have in the fire right now before improving those or anything like that. So I have to learn the new software. So we're trying to keep this simple with minimal editing on this video. You may see some text overlay. I think some pictures, we'll probably post them on the community page. We need to start being more active on that. We're trying to create that workflow. I do want to mention before we go here also that we did have a small business. We don't know their story entirely. I don't think it was about that or appropriate to ask. But they did reach out to us, which was kind of humbling and I don't know, some people, but they reached out to us and it was a lady, she's over on the other side of the state, or in Amish country, she mentioned, I guess. I'm assuming on the other side of the state. But her and her husband, I believe that they already have a business and they wanted to get into the freeze drying. And so they were just looking into some guidance from us. I'm not
from anybody, but they called us.
I was gonna say, but I'm not sure how they came across us or whatnot. But she had mentioned that she had seen some of our YouTube videos. So again, we wish you all the best on your journey if you happen to see this one.
Thanks for the phone call.
I was gonna say, yeah,
it was great.
It kind of humbled us a little bit. Yeah, we're not doing this for the fame. We're not doing this to go viral. We're doing this for people just like who called, that we can share our experience, that maybe we can learn something from them. They can learn something from us, and we can be together or better together as a community. You know, that's a big part of this also, is you know, we can't provide you better service or better treats or grow our business or be better to our community if we're not committed to being better ourselves.
Right.
And since we've already taken the vows to each other, so we've already committed to ourselves to be better, then it's each other being better, and then comes our business and community. So it's not that we don't love you, but we have to do this for ourselves first. We're still great. We're still fine. We're happy. I think the Marines say, embrace the suck. We're fully immersed in that. We're loving life. It's great, but it is difficult. And it's not just difficult for us, it's difficult for people that are just starting out on your journey, or no matter where you're at in your journey. I mean, if you care about people and bettering yourself, then yeah, it's difficult.
Right.
So
we're 6 years into our marriage, 4 years into our business. So it's not like this is new to us.
I was going to say, yeah, and we're still committed to growing ourselves as we grow in our business and in our community. So before we go,
I don't want to tell them the news. You can tell them the news.
The problem that we're still having is we're in a 30 feet by 30 feet shop, and we have 2 freeze dryers, and one of them is not working. So we're at 53 locations
More
statewide
locations than we've ever had.
We're probably, I would say, have our workload probably heavier than it's ever been in every aspect of the way, personal and professional. Mm-hmm. And now we're down a machine. So I guess we're
really trying.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're still smiling. We're committed to embracing the suck and being better. So if you want to come along with us and see if we can get better and we can still hit our goal by December.
See how we get better.
There you go. We're definitely gonna get better, but see how we get better and how long it takes, maybe. And to get that machine fixed, then make sure you're subscribed, and
we'll see you in the next video.
Thanks.